Hey everyone, Jeff Sarver from The Practical Drummer here. I heard a song today by INXS, an old band from the late 80s, early 90s. And I Need You Tonight is the name of the song. And if you listen to that song, there's a cool rhythm going on. That's most likely probably a drum loop, some sort of drum machine track. It's a cross-stick sound or a rimshot sound, so it's this kind of... So I heard that song and I wanted to see if I could recreate it on the drum set and play it continuously. And so what I came up with was this, and we don't often play the rims of the drums during beats, so it sounded cool to me, so I just wanted to see if I could recreate it. So the basic groove is very simple, and then I'll tell you what I'm doing, add the rims in. So it's basically 1 and a 2 and 3, 1 and a 2 and 3 and a 4 and a... So basically the bass drum is on the 1, the and of 2 and the 3, playing 16th notes on the hi-hat, and the snare is 2 and 4. And it's, I need you tonight. This is the tempo. Okay? But the click sound, the rimshot sound, is actually, it goes, I'll play it first and then I'm going to tell you what notes they're on, and then you can try it. So it's 1, 1, okay, so it's actually with the bass drum on the and of 2 and 3. So 1 and a 2 E and 3 and a 3 E, okay? So instead of hitting the hi-hat, I'm just hitting the rim here of the drum, okay? So it's barely perceptible, but it is there. So that's the first half of the measure. And then when it comes around to 4, it's 4 E and 1 E and 2. So it's 4 E and 1 E and 2. So 4 E and 1 E and 2. That's it, okay? So you've got to take off the hi-hat, the da of 4, 4 E and da. Okay, so da. Da 1 with the bass drum, it's still on here, number 1. So da 1 E and da. So there's a little bit of a crossover. 1 E and 2. So tough to do it slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, so that's basically a little bit slower. As you can see, I literally just practiced this for about 2 minutes before I press play. Because again, part of what I want to show you guys as drummers and gals is you have an idea and you bring it to the practice room. It's not going to be perfect. It's going to take you some time to figure this out. So what I just heard there is I sometimes hit a rim shot where you could hear some of the tom, and I also did 4 E and da, 1 E and 2. So I did all the E and da here instead of bringing the da of 1 up back here. So again, this is to try to recreate it perfectly. You've got to break it down and try to understand what you're doing, right? So let me try it slow again, see if I can get it perfect. 1, 2, ready, play. Okay, so that was perfect. Now to keep me honest from keeping that left hand on the da of 1, I'm going to actually add in an accent. So 4 E and da, 1 E and da, 2. So I'm going to open it up just before the 2 so that it trains me to make sure that I bring that left hand back to the dove 1, right? Instead of doing it on the rim. Let me try that, and then I'll bring it up to speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so not bad. I got that right. So you can hear that little psst before the downbeat on 2. And that just keeps me honest, keeps me to think about bringing that duh, 1, E, and duh, right? So it's kind of weird. Duh, 1, E, and duh. It's a little bit strange to recreate this. So now let's bring it up to speed, see if we can get it in real time. I need you tonight, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I got that. There it is. One fill you might want to try is I like to do a 4 hits to the snare or tom, 2 hits with the bass drum. So it's going to be a 6-note pattern using 16th notes. So it's basically going to be 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Okay, do the click. Okay, so I did the fill a little bit different there, but I'm going to do it one more time and get it right. So I'm going to play 8 measures, okay, and you can see as I was doing that, the groove was going, but I didn't hit exactly every single note. I missed a couple on the rim, and I missed a couple openings here before 2, right, on the dove 1. So again, I'm just practicing this thing, trying to feel it out. Now add a fill in there. So now your brain's thinking about the fill and where to come in, and then sometimes you lose the groove. This is what we do in practice, right? So here it is. I'm going to try 8 measures, and on the 8th measure I'm going to fill, right? So for 7 measures I'm going to play the groove, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Right? So I messed it up. What are you going to do? Try it over again. So in that case, I also missed a couple, mostly up here, the ands. Okay, so again, I'm hitting this high tom rim with the bass drum, but I missed a couple times. So I know that I'm missing it, but I'm trying to trudge through and play and try to keep the groove going, okay? So there is a value to stopping, though, for sure, mid-groove and saying, okay, I missed it, let me start over again. But for this intents and purpose, I'm going to try to do it again, and if every note's not perfect, then I need to go back to the drawing board. So and that's what you need to do in practice. Here we go. 8 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so not bad. I would give myself an 85% on that one. But again, if I try this again, I probably would nail it 95 to 100%. Okay, so it started to flow. I was starting to feel the vibe. And, you know, once you get it, you can kind of let go of it a little bit and be creative. That's the kind of style of drumming I like, is to be very improvisatory. But as long as you keep the integrity of the groove there. So as you know, I missed a couple of the sounds just before the 2, and I missed a couple of the cross sticks, but for the most part it was pretty much in the pocket. So try that groove, try that fill, and get creative with the rims. The rims, once you're playing these 16th notes, you can bring them anywhere you want as long as you're keeping this groove going. A really good example of it is watch The Octopus by Bobby Rock. It's pretty insane what he does with 16th notes over 2 measures. It's like every single 16th note is hitting on a different drum, and it creates this magnificent beast he calls the octopus. So that's it for now. Practice up. Let me know how you do. Share this video and post a comment. Take care.